Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your reading. Scorpio, we are going to see what messages are coming for you in this reading. I always remind you that these readings are generalized, so take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't, because that will resonate with someone else who's watching this reading. If you could remember to have a look at your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant sign, because by doing that you get a much fuller picture of the energies that you are working with. Okay, Scorpio? So don't forget to do that. It is important. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab more cards for you as well. Okay. I see. Scorpio, I also have another channel that is to do with love and matters of the heart. So if you want to see more of my work, I'm going to link the channel in the description box below. Okay. So we have your cards and we have and we're also going to get our tarot card as well. So Scorpio, we have some good energies that are here, okay? And we have some energies that we also need to talk about, all right? There is some situations here that you need to be aware of, and you need to just, be aware of them, because you have the Major Arcana card of the Justice card in the tarot. And so this is what I'm saying to you. We need to speak about these situations that are here, because I feel that for some of you, you could just be getting triggered into situations. You could just be getting triggered into, because the Oracle card that you have received is telling you, Scorpio, please be aware of the company that you're keeping. Make sure that the people that you have around you are not snakes. They are not poisonous people. They are not people who smile and seem so nice. But behind it all, they are the types of people that you just really need to not trust or have in your life even. Why do I say that? Because we have the Justice card that is here, I told you. And the Justice card, being that it is a Major Arcana card, it really holds the weight of this reading. The Justice card is the card that can speak about legal situation, legal matters. So again, maybe the company that you're keeping could have you landing in some type of problems, in some type of situations that are compromising. Or this could be the people that you think you trust, but they turn out to be snakes, and you could be having to be forced to go to the law, to take them to court, to do whatever it is. It's also that the Justice card can talk about contracts that you're signing, but this card being here, I would say read the fine print. If you're entering into a business contract, any contract, you could be signing business contracts, so read the fine print, reread the fine print, make sure you're covered, make sure you're crossing the I's, dotting the T's. Get your freaking mom and dad to read that contract. If you're signing to get an apartment, a home, whatever, make sure. I can't emphasize the importance of this. Make sure that you're not getting overly excited and rushing into something, because you could see that some of these things can come back later on and bite you hard in the butt. Okay? So the next card you have is, again, really speaking well with the Major Arcana card that you have received. Okay? And it is saying to stand in your power. So if you're entering into contracts, if you're doing whatever you are doing right now, okay, make sure that you're not being taken advantage of. Why am I saying that? Because the snakes are back. Okay, there is just some people, there is just some situations that you could find yourself entangled in that are not good situations. There are some people who, again, might appear really nice, but behind it all, there are snakes. They are conniving. They cannot be trusted. They're in it for themselves. Okay, so be really careful about what it is that you're doing, and especially if it is to do with money. Because the next card that we have is speaking about financial education. Okay, so some of you have got into cryptocurrencies. Some of you are starting to educate yourself financially. Some of you maybe are thinking of going into partnerships so that you can invest in cryptos. Whatever it is that you are doing, again, be careful. Make sure that you are not being taken advantage of. Make sure that you're not going into a space that you don't understand so that someone could take advantage of you. Make sure that you are learning. Financial education around the new system that is coming up is really, really, I can't emphasize enough, important. Okay, because this is a volatile place to play. Yes, a lot of money can be made, but at the same time, if you're partnering up with other people, this could lead to a lot of fights, to a lot of arguments later on down the line. At the end of the day, if you're partnering up with other people, who is holding the keys to your currencies? Can you trust other people? Because if someone has your keys, they can go and wipe you out. So again, be aware of the company that you're keeping. Be aware of the people that you're trusting. Make sure that you're educating yourself. Make sure that you are not going into anything around money blindly. Don't get too excited because you think you're going to make so much money, but you don't have any idea about the situation that you're going into. I'm really emphasizing this because the divine is saying so many people are going to really go forward and fall out with family, with friends. They are going to get taken advantage of because they're getting greedy. They're getting too excited. This is a situation that is very volatile. If you haven't got the stomach for it, don't get involved. Okay? So again, it is important to stand in your power, to demand, if you're going into any agreements, demand that everything is put into writing. I don't care if it's your brother, if it's your sister, if it's your uncle. He's so religious, he'll never do anything. Yes, I'm not saying that he would do something because he's religious. No, I'm saying that you can't trust anyone. I wouldn't even trust the Pope. I wouldn't even trust anyone when it comes to money. So stand in your power, demand that contracts are written up. If things go wrong, at least you have a contract to go back and say to the justice system, this is what we agreed. If things didn't work out, this is what we agreed. But when things are not working out and everyone is all up in their emotions because you've lost a lot of money, all up in their emotions because things are going wrong, because you thought you're going to be millionaires overnight by next year, and actually it's not happening. So again, financial education is really, really important because good relationships can get ruined. If this is a marriage partnership, a romantic partnership, a relationship you're investing with your mom, with your dad, with whoever, this card is screaming, be careful. It's already 9 minutes just on 3 cards because I am really channeling in the information. And I don't want you to come back a year, 2 years, 5 years from now and say, I should have listened. But halfway through the reading, I got bored and I switched off. And I wish I had watched all the way through this reading. So again, like I said, it is probably worth considering getting some contracts done, going and sitting down with whoever you're making agreements with, going and getting a middle person I can't remember, an intermediate, I can't remember how you say that word. Yeah, a middle person who can make some contracts so you can agree with, okay, so that you both of you, whoever is involved in these contracts and agreements, you have agreed on the terms before things get volatile. If you need to go to counseling, to therapy, to whatever, consider everything, because right now you are a powerful, powerful manifester, okay? And you are in the energy where you're very much capable of making a lot of money, of manifesting a lot of abundance for yourself. But if we observe our card, we have Saturn. And Saturn is the energy of restriction. So even though you can manifest, even though you can get a lot of abundance, possessions, all that, still remember that don't get too excited. Saturn is always here protecting you. Saturn is the person who is making you do the boring things, like going and making sure you have contracts and agreements, and you're like, it's my mom and dad, why would I do that? It's up to you, of course. But like I said, don't come back 5 years from now crying, okay? It's because you are powerfully manifesting, you're educating yourself. The divine is saying that, listen, right now, because you are manifesting, you are growing, abundance is coming, it's going to be flowing, but it's volatile. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. And it's meant to be like that because you're learning, you're growing, and you're understanding that nothing goes up in a straight line. And when it's going down, 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 it's meant to be. It's a roller coaster. It's exciting, right? So at the end of the day, you are still manifesting. You are still not losing faith and hope just because sometimes things are not going your way. Understand that sometimes things just seem to unravel, right? But it doesn't mean that you are not a manifester. It just means that nothing goes up in a straight line. Life is about seasons. Life is about changing. Life is about ups and downs. This is the creative process. And the more we understand that, the more we don't get angry and frustrated when things are not going our way, okay? So the divine is saying that, listen, in your dreams, you could be receiving premonitions that are going to make you wealthy, that are helping you become abundant because you're manifesting. So keep a dream journal by your bed because the divine could be tipping you off, okay? The divine is sending signals to you that you can use to your advantage. Because right now I told you it's a magical time. You're a manifester. You're a powerful manifester. So your dreams could be sending you loads of amazing information. And if you act on that information, you could be like, oh my God, I can't believe what is happening. Because a magical things, moments are just unfolding for you because it was meant to be. Remember, it was meant to be. So again, remember to keep a dream journal by the side of your bed. When you wake up, just write anything that you remember, even if it doesn't make any sense right now. Later on, it's going to come and make some sense. So remember, your dreams, premonitions are coming because you are going through that spiritual awakening. So you're starting to use your third eye, you're starting to use your intuition, you're starting to connect to the divine in a powerful way that you've never connected to the divine before. So again, you are manifesting, you are going through powerful, important changes right now. Don't waste this magical time that you're going through. Don't waste this amazing time that you're going through. Don't waste this time because, again, learning, growing is also important because it's a powerful time for you right now. I wish I could emphasize enough just how loud I'm hearing this message Just how loud my ancestors are saying, tell them. I am telling them. But at some point they're like, oh my God, you're repeating yourself. We're so bored. Oh my God, you spent so long on one card. My guides are saying that we don't even need cards. I can just sit here and speak to you with no cards. But, you know, cards are good because they aid. Cards are good because you get to see, you get to have a visual thing for you to look at. So right now you are manifesting, but don't forget education is really important. Okay, so what else? So the final message, we are driving the message home again. Please don't get bored. I'm just the messenger. Okay, so don't shoot me down in the comment section and say that I repeated myself so much. But I have to repeat the messages that I'm rehearing, because for someone out there, this is life-changing. For someone out there, this message is really important. So the guides, the divine, are saying, we do not want you next year, 5 years, 10 years from now, because you didn't listen to this message, you didn't make contracts, you trusted everyone because they were blood, they were family, they were friends that you had known for a long time. The divine does not want you to say, well, you know, you live and learn. No. The mistakes that some of you are about to make can be avoided. You do not live and learn from these mistakes. If you choose not to take whatever this message had to tell you, then that is up to you. Then you can say, oh, well, you live and learn when the snakes come back and bite you. The divine is saying that I don't want you to experience unnecessary pain when you don't have to. Okay, so for those of you who are listening, for those of you who are going and doing whatever it is that you need to do to protect your assets, to protect yourself, you are never going to have to say you live and learn, because this reading has bypassed this learning curve that was ahead of you. Okay, so this is the reading that I have for you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll see you soon. It's a goodbye.